Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. Hokey smokes, it is indeed a brand new day, and it's raining. Again, second day. Oh boy, we're on flood warnings and such, so that means I'm not going to be able to go walking on the trails that I like to walk in fields that I like to go in, especially since I only have, tennis shoes to wear. And the soles are only about that tall. Most puddles in this area are a heck of a lot deeper than that. And when you go onto the trails and fields where I like to go, they're a lot deeper. So I gotta stick to sidewalks. And the problem with sticking to sidewalks is the rain. And what I mean by that is sky water is fine. Sky water is great. But again, groundwater is awful. It's covered in, death and decay, dead stuff that's been thrown out of cars, just garbage that's been rotting. I don't want that splashed on me. And let me tell you, there are plenty of places out here next to the sidewalks where all it takes is one person driving by them and wham, you are soaked. And it doesn't take everybody doing that. It just takes one person to ruin your day. I don't like walking by the side of the road. And if you're going to be on a sidewalk, unfortunately, that's what you got to do. So, I'm not going out walkies far and much in this kind of weather, not because I don't want to, but just because it's dangerous. As in, I don't want to get soaked. Again, I don't mind sky water. I'll get wet from that, no problems. It's just I do not want to be splashed with groundwater, and it's all groundwater out there. So that means I'm going to be and have been staying in a lot more than I would like to. Yeah, I still make it up to Walmart, gotta do that, but I am carefully pacing myself so that when cars are going by, I'm in a spot where there is no puddles. And when I am going by, that's no cars. That's when I go by the big, dangerous spots. But it's rough. Still though, doing what I can, because it's all you can do. I do not have much written down because, as stated, I haven't been able to get much done. As in, when I say not able to get much done, I don't mean like, I didn't do anything in a job, or I didn't do anything this way. No, I've been out of the workforce and all that for a very long time. So when I say I didn't get anything achieved, involved, done, I'm just trying to say that I didn't play any of the games that I wanted to play because of various reasons, executive dysfunction and such. I didn't do things like that. I wasn't able to do the analog things that I wanted to. I wasn't able to go out walking and do the things I wanted to do. They're not big, heavy-duty, world-changing things, but they are the kind of things that just I'd like to do. And yeah, unfortunately, not a whole lot of stuff has been done because of, unfortunately, I get so tired toward the latter part of the evening because I sleep so poorly. And I can't go to bed at 9 o'clock because then I'd be awake at 2 o'clock in the evening and have to start my day then. And that would suck. So I gotta stay up late to do that. Pain-related insomnia. I had so many more issues last night. Luckily, I was able to get at least some sleep, but my sleep mask was being exceptionally annoying. Normally, if I turn my sleep machine off, which the thing that just pumps air through a tube into my mask so that if when I stop breathing, there's still flowing air, it gradually ramps up because it wants to be at maximum when you're asleep. And I have mine set for a slow, like 45-minute ramp up. But when it's full, well, if you're not sleeping at the proper angle, it breaks the seal, and then you've got to try and sleep with it, going at the side of your cheek. So I have to reach over, I turn it off, I turn it back on, and then it's usually reset from scratch. But of course, there are times like this morning when I turned it off, turned it back on, and it went immediately back into the air pressure that it had been at before. So I had to turn it back off and turn it back on after I'd gotten comfortable and then realized what had happened. So, not sleeping great, but at least sleeping some. And at least, thank goodness, my leg is doing so much better. It still will hurt at night when I'm trying to lie down and sleep. A little bit. Just a twinge, just a touch, and not all the time. But luckily, once I'm out of bed, then we're good. But hokey smokes, I am so glad that just putting a block of foam into my bed so I can brace my lower leg upon it has made that problem go away entirely. I was almost crippled by the fact that I couldn't even stand in the shower and wash myself without intense pain. It was horrific. But through the thought of popping the block of foam in and then using it, and it worked. Thumbs up for that. The only other real thing I'm going to be talking about here is No Man's Sky, because I am still playing it. And thank goodness the bad guys in the game at this point are really, really stupid. Hopefully they stay that way. But the Sentinels are flying robots. I mean, I'd say I don't have anything here, but they're about the size of a pillow. Lengthwise, widthwise, depthwise, height-wise, probably about 2 or 3 pillows put together. But they go flying around, and if you do bad things or if there's an attack, then you have to fight them. But normally you can run away from them, and they are pretty stupid. You can get away from them pretty easily. So, because I can't fight the Sentinels that are in my outpost, Yarion's Hole, I could rename it, but this one sounds vaguely obscene, so I just keep it as the name. But this outpost, there's 4 and 5 Sentinels there. And I just teleport into my office, immediately walk over to my computer, and greet any new people that may have showed up. And then I switch my task to Yarion's Hole and go running off to the latest construction, where if the Sentinels are here, I run out and then race around the outside of the base out here until I get where I have to go, do the stuff, and then run back over this way and then into the building. Meanwhile, the idiot Sentinels are still flying all over. Now, unfortunately, my base is still under attack, even though they're not doing any attacking. And so you have NPC characters that when you take a look at them, they have name, running away, because there's Sentinels there. And I can't do anything about them. Yay. Still, at some point, hopefully I'll be tough enough to take them on. That'd be good. But past that, I have just been taking care of myself as best I can while I can't go out walkies. Again, I can if I want to really, really risk being splashed by idiot drivers, or not so much idiot, but in the case of people that like to splash, jackass drivers, getting me soaked with groundwater, and I do not want that to happen. So yeah, I'm staying in more. And unfortunately, not able to do the things that I want because of, like, executive dysfunction. That sucks. Still, though, I had to bring a couple of these down. Woo! Plasticky sound. I had to bring these back down off the shelf and such because I am out of sight, out of mind. I will never play this unless I can see it. So unless I see it, it's gone. Out of sight, out of mind. So I dragged this in order of Evermore. Is it Evermore? I can't even remember now. Back to out here so that I see them. Which it won't help break the executive dysfunction. But they're back in mind. And at least I'm thinking about them. And hey, if you could like, comment, share, and subscribe, that'd be very cool. Greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. And hey, each and every one of my Patreon patrons, you are beautiful and awesome people. Thumbs up and thank you. Yes, as stated, I am still trying at this point, to lose weight. But I still need to eat. And without your help, I would have been out of food at least a week ago. Thumbs up. Thank you. Your help is appreciated. Hokey smokes. And hey, each and every person that leaves me a comment, you too are beautiful and awesome in your own way. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up every comment that YouTube lets me. And I answer as many as my nerve compression will allow. Which I spread that out over like a 24-hour period. So if I don't answer a comment immediately and you're looking for one, keep checking back. Definitely a thumbs up on that. I also play an internet game of calling out a secret word or writer's prompt and asking that things be written into the comment section for blatant engagement farming, and I like to engage with people. And also, another reason I like to answer comments is I think it's important to let you know that you have been heard. Thumbs up on that. But with this internet game, the few people, any people that do this is fine. When I say few people, I don't mean that in a negative fashion. I just mean that there are a few people. Everybody that does so is greatly appreciated. But we have Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up and thank you. There's Leo Tom Music, greatly appreciated. Hen, thumbs up, thank you, and always good to see you in the comments. And Chris and all their incarnations and flavors, thumbs up. Yeah, it was just a boring stay inside except for the walk to Walmart and back and trying not to get too soaked sort of night. Not bad. Thumbs up for that. So yeah, bonk. I'm going to edit, render, and upload. I am going to take care of myself. I'm going to continue trying to play my analog games and play as many digital things as I can. I'm going to continue trying to talk to my children, adult children. My oldest is 30 years old, and I found out that he works and lives in Shelton again and is going through therapy, which I think is a good idea because he was 5 years old when I got into his life and around 14 or so when she died. I would need therapy after my mother dying when I was young. So I'm glad he's getting it. Definitely a thumbs up on that. As for my youngest, I know that they have moved out of this city and they kind of just have cut off contact with everyone, and that makes me sad. But what can you do? Life is life. Still though, I'm going to do what I can. And that's good. And hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done, because that would be very cool. A definite thumbs up. And if you have watched this far, if you could type Martin into the comments, that would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. No writer's prompt. My brain is not really functioning all that well. I'm tired. But if you could write Martin into the comments for blatant engagement farming, that would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. Plus, it's just, well, this was about the commenting. So now I can't even remember what it was when I suddenly had that revelation. So, yeah, if you do decide to play, thumbs up and thank you. And if you don't, well, that's okay too. No requirement that you do so. Yay. Yeah, so that is it. Until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. Lots of hand symbols there. It's stimming. I get to stim and still try and do the things that I like to do instead of just something like hand flapping. So I have, through the decades, stomped on any non-neurotypical behaviors that I would be doing during my high masking. So being able to stim is a good thing. Anyway, you take care. I gotta click here so I can click over here.